Hello and welcome to the virtual showcase. My name is Heather Pryde and I'm the National Accounts Manager for Princess Cruises, and today it is my absolute pleasure to introduce you to the Australia and New Zealand 25-26 program launch, including our 26th world voyage. It is hard to believe it's that time again, and we are so excited to share with you some of the amazing itineraries and beautiful ships we have to offer you. Introducing our 3 ships for the season who will be joining us down under. We have Discovery Princess, who will be joining us here for the first time in our waters. We have Crown Princess, who will be making her second trip down after joining us for 24-25. And we have Grand Princess, already a firm favourite with our Australian guests. First of all, I'd like to talk to you about the amazing Discovery Princess. She's currently the newest ship sailing in our fleet, and she's the 5th and final Royal Class ship. She has some really wonderful things on board, so she's familiar to our past guests and intuitive to new cruisers. She really is a very elegant ship, very light and contemporary in feel. And she has some incredible accommodation and dining options on board. So let's take a bit of a closer look. Starting with our accommodation options, there is a variety of different staterooms going all the way up to our fabulous Sky Suites. There are 2 Sky Suites available on deck 18, and as you can see, they have these absolutely enormous wraparound balconies, and these are our largest balconies at sea. There are 44 suites in total, and a variety are available. We have the Sky Suites, we've got Owner's Suites, Penthouse Suites, Premium and Window Suites. So there really is a suite grade to suit any need. We also have a variety of mini suites on board. So there are almost 400 mini suites in total, and 38 of them are part of the Reserve Collection. The Reserve Collection were formerly called our Club Class Mini Suites, and these are mini suites but with some VIP benefits. They are the best located on board. They have awesome amenities available. There's also premium dining benefits, so you can enjoy reserve dining with no wait, no reservations, and there's even some additional menu options available. There's also some luxury perks, so you can get priority embarkation and disembarkation, and there's even a complimentary wine setup on embarkation day. Now, if you can't get yourself into one of our suites or mini suites, we also have all of our wonderful other stateroom options available. So we've got deluxe balconies, and these are our enhanced version of the balcony with a little bit more space and a comfortable sofa bed. So this can be great for triples if you don't want to have any sort of bunk bed configuration. There is also almost 800 regular balconies on board. We have 6 premium ocean views, and of course we have our interior staterooms as well. Now, in terms of dining, you will not go wanting on Discovery Princess. We have many included dining options available, as you can see, ranging from grab and go. You can have, the options available by the pool. There's lots of snacks, and of course, we have our 3 main dining rooms available as well for a sit-down, 3-course meal. And then we also have our casual and specialty dining. Now, the casual dining, I'll talk about our bundles in a moment, but keep in mind that if you are traveling as a Princess Plus or Princess Premier guest, you will have some of these casual and specialty dining options included in your fare as well. On Discovery, my personal favorite would be the Ocean Terrace Sushi Bar. So you can grab yourself some wonderful sashimi and watch the world go by. Discovery also has an incredible experience. It is immersive, it is sensory, but it's hard for me to explain, so I'm just going to show you. As you can see, a true culinary delight. 360 will really revolutionise the dining experience that Princess has in Australia. But rest assured, spots are limited, so it is really important that you try to secure your spot as soon as possible once you are on board the ship. And there is a surcharge for this as well. So next up in the fleet, who'll be joining for 25-26, we have Crown Princess. Now, she was announced last year to be joining for our 24-25 season, including 25 round world cruise. So just to remind you some of the things that she has on board. Now, Crown Princess really is a perfect balance of food, entertainment and rejuvenation, and she has some really incredible outdoor areas like you can see in this image. In terms of her dining, she has some awesome options. So she's got included options, casual and specialty, just like all of the ships in our fleet. And my personal favourite would be the Vines Wine Bar. Now, this is a casual dining space which is located on deck 5, and this is right in the heart of the piazza. So you can enjoy some absolutely incredible wines from our extensive range available, and you can have a charcuterie board and watch the entertainment which happens in the heart of our ship. We also have Grand Princess. Now, she has been in Australia several times before, and she really is like a familiar friend returning home. She's one of our smaller vessels, which is currently sailing in the fleet. So she has that not too big and not too small feel, and she's very, very popular with our elite guests. So I'm sure if that's you, you are familiar. She has all of our princess favourites, and she has had a beautiful refurbished entertainment space in the piazza as well. Some excellent accommodation options on board this ship, which are unique, including the 2-bedroom suites, but they are limited, so it is always best to book as early as possible. Once again, there are included casual and specialty dining options available. For me, on Grand Princess, where you'll find me is in one of the ultimate balcony dining experiences. Personally, I prefer the breakfast that you can have set up. So you have an absolutely spectacular spread laid out in front of you where you can sit on your balcony and enjoy a very lazy sea day breakfast with all of the bells and whistles. Now, talking about those different bundle options available, so we have made some changes to our fare options over the years. So I just wanted to highlight the 3 options that you can book as part of this program. So our lead-in fares are Princess Standard, and this will be your cruise fare and which includes all of your main meals and entertainment and the like. Or you can choose to book either Princess Plus or Princess Premier, and save on the things that you're going to do on board anyway. So these are really, really incredible rates, and you have amazing savings available if you do book one of these. So Princess Plus includes so many things. You have one Wi-Fi device available, so you can stay connected to your family. You have your drinks package, which includes your specialty coffees. You've got bottles of water. You have an unlimited juice bar. You've got, of course, all of your drinks, cocktails, everything like that, up to $22 each. And you also have two premium desserts, two fitness classes, which you might need after eating those two premium desserts. And you have two casual dinings. So you can choose something like Gigi's Pizzeria or the Vines Wine Bar as part of that. And you've got your Ocean Now delivery, so you can order on demand where you are, when you want, wherever you want on the ship. And you also have your room service delivery there included. Now, Princess Premier is just that next step up. So it pays to plus, but you can love yourself even more with Princess Premier, and you can have an even more inclusive experience. So it has all of the things that I just mentioned, including top shelf drinks up to $30 per drink. You also have unlimited fitness classes and desserts. But my personal favorite about the Premier is the photo package. So our photographers on board get snap happy and they take some really exquisite shots. I've never looked as good as I have in the photos that these photographers take on board. And with Princess Premier, you get unlimited digital copies, which goes straight to your app for download, and you get 3 prints included. On top of all of that, you get 2 specialty dining meals, so you can try something like the chef's table, and you get a Medallion accessory and some other VIP touches, such as the reserved theatre seating. So you'll get priority seats for the shows in the evening. Now, all of our ships now are Medallion enabled. So Discovery Princess was purpose-built, and the other ships that are joining were retrofitted. So they have all of this amazing, effortless holiday experiences on board. So the Medallion, if you haven't experienced it, are these little chips which you can see in the image, and these talk to the receivers on board the ship, and they allow us to have true connectivity, touchless experience, and unrivaled service. So these are things such as keyless entry into your staterooms. You have the option to be able to find your shipmates on board. You can interact with the technology if you want to. You can have things ordered to where you are on board, and a whole myriad of other amazing experiences that the Medallion brings. Now, to get into the actual season, we have for 25-26 Australia and New Zealand on our local deployment, once again on Discovery, Crown and Grand Princess. We have our Princess Favourites. So these are all of the itineraries that you've come to know and love in our local waters. We have a variety of different New Zealand return trips available. You can take those from either Sydney, Brisbane or Auckland, and there's also one-ways available from Sydney, Hobart and Auckland. We've got Queensland return trips from Sydney and Brisbane, and there's also one-ways available from Sydney. And we have a Tasmanian return trip from Sydney and Brisbane. Plus, there is also a one-way Tassie trip from Brisbane to Sydney. And we have our newly popular Seacation trips. So these are the cruises between 2 and 5 nights, and they can be either round trips or one-ways. And these are available from Sydney, Hobart, Auckland, Melbourne and Brisbane. So if you want a little taster experience, you can do that on a Seacation. We have our island escapes. So if you're looking for some warm fun in the sun, you can check out one of these. We have Caledonia and Vanuatu options available return from Brisbane. We've got Fiji return options from Sydney and this year from Hobart, which is a new addition, and I know those will be very popular. We've got our Fiji and New Zealand options from Sydney. We also have Papua New Guinea trips from Brisbane, and one of those actually goes from Brisbane and ends in Sydney, so you can do a little one-way add-on there. Then we have our ever popular Round Australia itineraries. You can do a full circumnavigation of Australia, and these are available from Sydney, Fremantle, Adelaide, Melbourne, and Brisbane. We have part trips, so the Southern Explorers and Northern Explorers. So the Southern Explorers are available this season from Sydney, Fremantle, and Adelaide. And we have the Northern Explorer options available from Sydney, Brisbane, and Fremantle. For our Kiwis across the ditch, we have Seacations this season, which I know are going to be very popular, and I know you've been asking for them, and here they are. So we've got a Seacation, which is going return from Auckland. This is a 5-night trip and includes Napier and Picton, as you can see in the itinerary on the bottom left-hand side. We have our Trans-Tasman itineraries from either to or from Auckland, and we have Trans-Pacifics to or from Auckland once again. And then we've chosen a couple of back-to-back gems for you. So these are a couple of options that you compare that work nicely if you book 2 cruises in a row to create a really interesting itinerary. My personal favourite is this top option, which you can see featured in the images below. And this is Christmas in Fiji. So you can book either the Fremantle, Melbourne, or Adelaide option into Sydney and combine that with a Sydney return Fiji trip to make a really wonderful holiday memory. The ship will all be decked out in Christmas festivities. Really such an amazing trip for someone of any age. We also have a Queensland and Southern Explorer back-to-back option. So you can do the Sydney return, followed by a Sydney to Melbourne, Sydney to Adelaide, or Sydney to Fremantle. We've got a Fiji, Australia, and New Zealand back-to-back. So you can book the Sydney return and then the Sydney to Auckland. And then we've got a Northern Explorer and Tasmania. So you can do the Fremantle to Brisbane, followed by the Brisbane to Sydney. And we've got an Australia, New Zealand, and Southern Explorer, which is a really unique itinerary option from Auckland to Sydney, followed by a Sydney return. Then if you want to linger a little bit longer, so if 14, 7, 5 nights is just not enough and you want to do something a little bit longer, I'd highly recommend one of these beauties. We have Crown Princess, who will be repositioning. So you can check out the Singapore to either Fremantle, Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, or Brisbane. And that's the itinerary which is featured in the bottom left. We have a variety of different Trans-Pacific itineraries. So these are when the ships are repositioning from the west coast of the USA. So you can do a Sydney to Auckland, Sydney to Honolulu. We've got Los Angeles and Vancouver, and vice versa itineraries are available. We have our ever popular Hawaii, Tahiti, and South Pacific, which we're really excited is making a return this season. And you can take that from either Sydney or Brisbane, and it can be split in Honolulu for one-way options as well. And then we have a really interesting one this season. So we've got Alaska, Japan, and Southeast Asia. So this is because the ship is repositioning from Alaska down into Singapore for a refurb. So you can take a really, really interesting option there, either into Tokyo or all the way through to Singapore. So it's split in Tokyo in 2. And then last but not least, we have a really excellent Discovery Princess repositioning cruise from Singapore to Sydney. And this is going to be very popular, given that she's a new ship down under. Now, getting into some of our early booking benefits. Now, if you do book early, we have some really great savings available to you. So these early booking benefits are for our Captain's Circle launch offers. So this gives past guests the below savings. So if you're booking a 10-night cruise or cruise tour, you can get $100 off per person. 4 to 9 nights is $50 off per person, and up to 3 nights is $25 off per person. These can be combined with other offers that are out in the market, such as onboard credits that you can get, etc. We also have this available up until the 29th of February next year. And yes, 29, it is a leap year. So now getting into what you're probably all waiting for, and this is our 26 World Cruise on board Crown Princess. So we do have these trips available from Auckland, Sydney, and Brisbane, and I can't wait to show you. So the 26 World Cruise will be 114 nights. It will take in 48 destinations across 6 continents, and you'll be able to visit over 50 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Some of the amazing places that you will see along the way. We've got UNESCO World Heritage Sites such as Copenhagen's Viking Age Ring Fortress. You can visit the beautiful ancient port city of Valletta in Malta. You can check out the incredible famous statues in Easter Island by the Rapa Nui people. You can visit Machu Picchu, which you do as a trip from Lima. Or you can visit the incredible Valley of the Temples in Sicily, and so much more. We also have late night stays, which you can see by the little red boxes, the overnight stays, where you can see the little red boxes where you can enjoy more time on board these amazing destinations. So 114 days, leaves Auckland on the 6th of May, from Sydney on the 10th of May, and from Brisbane on the 12th of May. Now, this is a awesome trip, and we know based on last releases sales that it will sell out quickly. So please ensure that you're booking as quickly as possible to secure your desired cabin, because we don't want you to miss out. Now, for our World Cruise, we also have some incredible early booking benefits. So any guest who books the World Cruise before the 31st of August next year, in 24, can get the full World Cruise with an onboard credit of up to 1,000 AUD per person, and for a segment which is over 50 nights, a 400 AUD per person credit. There are also savings for our past guests. So our Captain's Circle launch offer will give past guests on the World Cruise savings up to $1,000. So the full World Cruise, 114 days, will be $1,000 per person. The segments over 50 days will be $500. 36 to 50 days will be $200. And once again, this is before 31st of August 24. But to be honest, it sometimes can be hard to get availability up until that time. So again, the earlier you get in, the better. Future cruise deposits for the entire deployment can be used to secure your bookings. So if you do have a full world cruise, rather than being an onboard credit benefit, you actually get a 3% reduced cruise fare. So it's a really incredible offer to use on that. Future cruise deposits are something that you book while you're on board. So if you haven't secured one of these, I highly recommend checking out the Future Cruise desk next time you're sailing, so that you can take advantage of this excellent offer. So then we've got a variety of different onboard credits, as you can see, depending on the length of sailing. From 3 to 44 days, you can secure between 15 and 150 per person onboard credit. So lastly, these are just our on sale dates. This will be happening next week. So our Elites will go on sale 24 hours before our general public on sale. So next Wednesday, the 29th of November, next Wednesday, the 29th of November, we will have our Elites on sale for 24 hours to give you an opportunity to secure your desired cabin. And then the following day, on the Thursday, the 30th of November, the general public will go on sale. So this is going to be an absolutely incredible, popular season. And I'm so pleased that you were able to join to check out our awesome ships who will be joining us and some of the itineraries that you can sample. Thank you so much for joining today. It has been a pleasure to be able to show you this. Have an amazing launch. And don't forget that all of these wonderful cruises can be booked through Princess Cruises and through any of your amazing travel agents that you're using to make your holiday plans. So good luck and happy planning, and I can't wait to see you on board.